Hey, I've just gotten married, Ashton. But I'm never going to invite an antisocial disgrace like you to my wedding. You weren't planning on coming, right? If you do, you'll have to pay for that crap. Huh? Why are you talking to me about this stuff? And I wasn't ever thinking of coming to your wedding, Bridget. I didn't even know you planned to get married, nor do I care that you are. So what is this about? Well, I've invited everyone to come to my wedding. Everyone and anyone that was in our class in high school. But when it comes to you, I think I'm going to pass. You're not coming, Miss Antisocial Freak. Well, if you're not inviting me, then why would I come? What kind of misunderstanding do you have yourself in here? What makes you think that I'd do anything to come to your wedding when you and I never got along together in school? Are you thinking that you're some kind of idol or maybe a god that I'd throw everything away for? Well, that'd be right. Everyone loves me after all. I respect you for having so much blind faith in your appearance, but to make sure that you're aware, I'm not a fan of yours. And that's why I have no reason to try and show up to your wedding. I have no idea what you're trying to say, so could you just shut up? Hold up, you're the one that came to me to talk. Well, anyway, I'm not going to go to your wedding, so you can relax. Sorry that you had to worry about me. Congrats on the marriage, and have a great life. I don't want you to celebrate me at all, Ashton. You just saying that has made me feel sick to my stomach. I'm surprised you'd be willing to say that to me after I was considerate of you. But what's up with you acting as though I'm some sort of a plague? Well, when it comes to your looks, you only make those that glance at you nauseous and sick. And if something like you showed up at my wedding, everyone would be forced to run, right? I highly doubt anything like that would ever happen, but I'm so thankful that I never ended up looking as disgusting as you do. Because of that, I had all the men I could choose from and found the perfect man for me that I've married. Well, that's nice. Congrats. But don't think that I'm going to start bowing down to you because of your looks. What? Did you just call me cute? I didn't say anything like that. You're so far out of it right now that there's not even a point to this conversation anymore. Either way, I'm not coming to your wedding, so don't worry. A freak like you really wants to come that badly? Are you really that excited to cause everyone there to throw up? Stop that, you're not even listening to me. I'm kind of impressed that you were even able to carry what you thought of me from high school all the way to the present. But your habits of making fun of me have tired me the hell out. We've been away from each other for 15 years now, and yet you're still going on about my looks? Huh? It's been that long then? In my case, I'm forever 18 years old, so I don't care about the time. What the hell is up with you? You are so full of yourself that it's like talking to a mentally ill patient. Compared to me, you're way too positive about everything, and that's so gross. Anyway, for the third time now, I'm not coming to your wedding, so stop worrying. I don't even want to meet you anymore, and even if I do, it'll only be at a class reunion or something. You should be happy now to hear from the freak that she'll no longer talk to you, right? You must have something up your sleeve, you freak! What? No. I'm just trying to get you to stop making a fuss of me and leave. If I have to talk to you any longer than I already have, then it'd be a waste of my day, so I'm going now. Congrats on your marriage and all. Bradley, I'm sorry. I hadn't taken a real good look at the wedding invitation you gave me earlier and only just had the chance to sit down and look.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Is the woman you're marrying older than you? And a woman that lives in Glendale?
That's right. But what exactly are you getting at?
I see. I knew it. I think that your wife is a woman I know.
What? Are you sure about that? Do you think I can go and ask her?
No, I think I want to surprise her on the day of the wedding. You don't mind if I'm the one to announce you two on the day of the wedding?
Well, as long as you're okay with doing it.
Well, I do feel a little hesitant, but I think I'd be willing to do it for you.
Are you sure? Thank you so much. I look forward to how you plan on introducing the two of us at the wedding.
I'm really looking forward to how surprised your wife is going to be. She's a friend from far back in the day.
I really never thought that you would have been friends with her. Thank you again for taking on the introductions for us. I'm excited to see you on the day of the wedding.
You as well, and I'll be eagerly waiting for that day. Are you kidding me, Ashton? Why the hell are you here? I never thought you'd have the audacity to slap me in the face twice. Right now, both of my cheeks are terribly swollen. Well, that's what you get. What were you planning on doing here? I told you that you couldn't come to this wedding, didn't I? Dang it! Are you really willing to kick me out of the wedding now? I know that you and I haven't had the best times back in high school together, but never once did I think you'd be willing to slap me for it. Don't you think it's time you start to learn what it means to take things too far? Well, it's on you for thinking you could just invite yourself into my wedding like that, right? And after all the belittling I did to you, you still chose to come here? What's your reason for that? Does this mean you really have something deep against me? I don't have anything against you, but now you've changed that. Anybody would be pretty upset with someone after having their face slapped twice. Especially when the reason for getting slapped is because the assailant still has no clue what's going on. You say I have no clue? I have every clue what's going on here, and there is no misunderstanding between you and I. I'm upset because a mindless freak walked into my wedding. If I wasn't around to drop you like that, what would you have done? But I'm saying I didn't just walk into your wedding uninvited. Maybe before you start to complain about someone and assault them, you ask and listen to what's going on. No freak is ever allowed to be at my wedding. Especially the antisocial ones like you. So there really is no talking with you anymore. How far are you going to go with this whole misunderstanding, Bridget? Do you really want to be here today to ruin my wedding that badly? That's why I'm saying you pretty much trespassed into here. I told the front to not allow you in, and yet here you are. I can't believe you do something so petty. Petty? All right, I've had enough. I'm not letting some freak get away with coming into my wedding uninvited. After having your face slapped twice, are you finally able to understand that? I'm leaving, Bridget. Bye-bye! I'll do just as you've asked and leave, but the only one that'll have to be punished for this is the confused idiot of an idol. Confused idiot of an idol? Are you talking about me? Well, nobody else around here thinks that they're such big stuff and acts like a buffoon. And now that I've seen the worst of you, I am pissed and no longer want to hang around anymore. Have fun in hell, Bridget. Goodbye. Oh, wait, what's going on here? What? Why were you supposed to be the one that introduced us today? They just called your name to come up and it got dead quiet when nobody started to walk up. Well, of course, everybody would be speechless when someone never shows up on stage. Did you never hear about any of this from your husband? Oh, wait, are you serious right now? But the name on here isn't yours. That's because I'm also married. What? Are you? I can just imagine how pale your face has gone now after realizing that I was supposed to introduce you both. Are things not starting to get a bit tense there right now after everyone realized I'm not around anymore? Things are... But I never expected things to turn out this way. Well, you never knew that I'm your husband's CEO and went ahead and slapped me twice really, really hard. That must have gotten a few bad looks, I'm sure. Are you freaking kidding me? Why are you, of all people, the CEO of my husband? Do coincidences like that actually happen? Well, when people say it's a small world, they aren't joking. I was also pretty surprised, but these are the facts. Sorry about that one. I just never thought that any of this could ever happen. I'm so sorry for kicking you out. So, do you think that you can come back here now? Huh? Why do you seem to be talking in your sleep right now? Huh? You told me to go home, so why would I end up coming back to you? My face and head hurt as well, so it's definitely not happening. What? Then who's going to give the introductions now? Canceling on me like that isn't going to be good for us. At the moment, the wedding is on pause because of you. If you don't come back here right now, this wedding won't happen. Well, whether it happens or not, it has nothing to do with me. You're the one that wanted me out of there in the first place, after all. I had planned on telling you everything, yet you chose not to listen to me and kicked me out. That's the truth, right? That's right, but I seriously never thought things would end up like this. What should I do now, Ashton? Please, can you come back here? Right now, I have no clue what to say to Bradley about what's happened. Well, he's your husband, so you should tell him the whole truth, right? But perhaps he already knows everything, so lying would only make it worse. Tell the truth about everything? What the hell am I supposed to tell him? You tell him that you chose to slap his CEO in the face twice and then told her to leave the wedding. I'm going to go to the hospital right now, just in case. The hospital? You only got slapped in the face, though. Aren't you being a bit too dramatic about this? Huh? Well, if you think that was nothing, why not just go and tell your husband about it then? But I'm sure that when your husband realizes what you've done, he is not going to be very happy with you. Crap! It looks like someone here really did see what happened between us two. And right now they're talking with my husband about it. If word keeps spreading, this wedding is going to be canceled. Well, that'll be too bad, won't it? What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you acting so calm? I don't care at all about your wedding, Bridget. This is all that you asked for when slapping me and tossing me out. And you knew long before that I had no intentions of even showing up to your wedding, yet you still tried to think that I forced my way in. All I did was show up here today with one job in mind, and that was to introduce the two of you at your wedding as one of my employees asked. But you happened to continue on in your state of confusion. Shouldn't you have at least talked to me first before assaulting me? Hold on a second. We're friends, right? You can forget about a simple old slap and come back here, right? If you can't do that for me, then how will we continue being good friends? Having my wedding canceled because of you would be the worst thing to ever happen to me. And my family would start to really question me. Whatever you're talking about right now is not something that I care about. I literally have nothing to do with you or whatever happens to you. Perhaps you forgot that the reason for all of this is because you kicked me out? On another note, I'll be filing a report with the police over this. What? A report with the police? What do you mean? Well, I was just assaulted by some stranger. And when something like that happens, there has to be repercussions for it. Wait, it was just a simple slap, Ashton. We used to do that all the time to you in high school, right? Well, back then I was just a teen and I didn't have the courage to bring it up with the teachers or my parents. But now I'm an adult and I'm not going to just sit here and let you get away with acting like a child. So I'm going to get myself a lawyer to talk with and we'll see if we can do anything else after handing in the report to the police. I'll make sure that you take responsibility for all of this, no matter how far I have to go. Why would you do that? We used to be friends with each other and everything and have known each other for the longest time. Well, it's been 15 years now, and yet you still think it's okay to harass me that hard? You have to become an adult like the rest of us. Ah, and I made sure to inform your husband about this as well. Huh? He texted me asking why I wasn't around. So I let him know what had happened, and that was all. Isn't that great? I just took a load off your back by helping you explain this to him. No, that's not good at all. Not one freaking bit. They're saying that the wedding is canceled. What the hell? Why did this have to happen to me? This is all your freaking fault, Ashton. Nope. It's your fault for choosing violence in the end, right? I'm heading to the hospital still, but the inside of my mouth is pretty gashed up. At this point, it's so swollen in there and bloody that I could never introduce you guys now. After having a talk with a lawyer, I'll make sure you pay for my hospital bills. What? You want me to pay? I'll make sure you not only pay me a settlement, but pay for whatever I need to have done to my face. And I don't want you to forget that I need to be healthy and ready at all times as I'm a CEO. But if Bradley happens to throw you away after what's happened, you'll become an unemployed 30-year-old woman. You think he'd do that? There's no way he'd want to leave me, right? He and I are perfect together. Well, whatever happens there also has nothing to do with me. But he has told me that he canceled the wedding and will apologize for everything. I'm not sure where you're hiding at the moment, but Bradley's very pissed off, and so I think it's best you go talk to him. Ashton, I'm really sorry. I'll apologize for hitting you in the face twice. So can you please come and help me in any way? I'm being absolutely serious when I say I never wanted any of this to happen, so please. I made sure to put my all into becoming married to Bradley. And I was finally so happy to make it to my wedding day with him. I see. Well, it sucks that you weren't able to achieve what all you had in mind, but sometimes that happens, right? At least you had half a wedding. That seems like a job well done to me. But if you're at least able to make it out of this with your marriage intact, then you should be more than grateful. In the end, the wedding was officially canceled, and Bradley was very furious with Bridget. All of the family was pissed as well, and their marriage with one another fell apart quickly after that. Both Bridget's parents had had enough of her as well and kicked her out of their family. And since she no longer had a place to go, had to hide in a homeless shelter. And what made things worse for her was when my lawyer contacted her and explained the next situation. He said that it was brave of her to try and ask Brady to talk to me about stopping the whole court case, but that we would ultimately go forward with it. She then tried to confront me about how I was her friend while crying her eyes out, but I had no need for that and ignored her. I finished off by asking that she pay the settlement and then blocked her. Whatever happens to her after that is unknown to me and a lot of other people, but I'm sure it's not pretty.